everybody, it's me, and I'm back with another video. Today we're going to be using this Jimin BTS doll, and we have to pop off his head with some hot water, and now we're gonna cut off his hair. Please don't kill me. Nobody kill me for this because, listen, it was $5 at Five Below, okay? And male dolls are hard to come by, so, anyways, now we're gonna scrape out all the, hair stuff. We're, prepping the doll for customizing, and we're gonna use some needle nose pliers to scrape out the glue and stuff, and we're going to use 100% pure acetone to remove the face paint. I mean, the factory paint. Well, face paint, whatever. And for some reason, BTS dolls, like, their faces are, like, really hard, like, their face paint, like, their faces are really hard to remove. So it took quite a lot to remove his face. But it doesn't really matter because I had to paint it, because I painted over it anyway. And now we're going to use a box cutter to cut off his ears. I know, again, it's just the ears, they have to go. And now we're going to reroot his hair using yarn. I'm measuring it out and cutting it and separating the strands, and I'm going to loop the strand over the needle and plug it into the head. And now I'm going to add some orange streaks, like orangish red streaks, to the hair. And now that we're done, we're going to use some glue to secure that in place in the head. And we're going to use my falling apart paintbrush to, push around. And now it's time to drill some holes into the back because we're making like a fall fairy doll, Gotta love it. We need more boy fairies in the world, and these are the holes for his wings. Now we're gonna put on his head, and for some reason there was something like wrong with like the head. Like, I don't really know what was wrong with it. It just wouldn't go back on, so I had to like screw it in place. And now we're going to be making, like, tracing out on paper, making leaf ears out of craft foam, and we're going to be making the wires that are going into his back, like for the wings, and we're going to be using those screws, so we're using them to measure, and yeah, just testing it out. And we're going to be using some E6000 glue to glue those into the back. Be sure not to get it on your skin because apparently it's toxic. And now we're going to trace out on some paper how big we want his wings to be, his top wings, and then his bottom wings. And then we're going to use that to measure out the wire. See how big we need it to be. We want it to be kind of extra long on the back so you can actually see them on the front of the doll when you're looking at them on the front. And then we're gonna do the same thing we did with the other wire, and ta-da, we have articulated wings, And then we're going to cut out the pattern pieces of the leaf wings, by just cutting it out nice, and yep. And then we're gonna sew it and iron it, and then we do the bottom wings, and here we have all the wing pieces, and now we're going to pin around the wing so that we can do some fancy embroidery of the leaf fans. You know, gotta, yeah. And then we're going to cut out a pattern. We're going to make a pattern for pants because I never saved them for some reason. And now we're going to sew around the whole pants, And then we got the shirt pieces and the final shirt. The sleeves are two different colors, And then we got the full outfit with the cape that I sewed on the back, and I added some Velcro on the inside. And now I'm painting the details on the shirt to make it look like it's made of like fall leaves that are like slowly dying, you know? Uh, yes. And then we're going, yeah, I used several different colors for this. Yeah. And then I used a lighter like orangish red. I don't know how to explain it. And then I painted some like dots on it just to like have a nicer transition. And yeah, I did the other side too. And then I painted his like apron thing that goes around the pants to keep them up. I don't know. You'll see. I painted it like a brownish like gradient so that it, looks like a leaf, because I imagine he would live in nature and make all his clothes out of leaves or whatever. Um, and I painted like dots on that because, a lot of autumn leaves have like dots. And then I painted like dark, like I used brown at first for like to paint like dark speckles on the bottom. But then I decided to use black because you could see it better. These are actually the back of the pants. I kind of like messed up the one leg, so I turned them around. And then I'm gonna paint the ears orange because no, no, I painted them red. Sorry, never mind. Reddish orange, whatever. And then we're gonna change his skin tone because we want him to have a darker skin tone. This was a little too orange, so I made it a little bit more brown, as you can see. And then we're going to paint his face. And then I did like 3 coats on the body and the face. Yeah. And then we're going to put some Mod Podge on the body and the face before painting the face on. I use matte Mod Podge so that, the face isn't like super shiny and stuff. And now we're going to start the face. I first paint in the whites of the eyes, but they're a little too close to each other. So I fixed that, I think. And then we're going to paint on his orange eyebrows because his eyebrows are the same colors as the streaks in his hair, I don't know. It was just, yeah, nice little design element. And then we're going to paint in the red irises. Yes, the red irises of his eyes and the darker red shading of the irises. And then I painted in the pupils. Oh wait, no. Then I painted on the leaf decoration, like no, the leaf birthmark, whatever, on his face, and then I painted in the pupils. It's yeah, yellow and red. And then we're going to do the shines, the white shines, ding. And then I'm gonna paint the lines of the eyes, the outline. But I messed it up really bad, so then I had to repaint the whole eye because I messed it up. But it's okay. So I'm gonna use my black paint pen to draw on the outline of the eye, and then I'm gonna draw in on his like lip crease and like the top of his lip, the bottom of his lip, the middle. And yeah. And when I also added some veins into the leaves. And then finally, we're going to seal the face with some Mod Podge, some matte Mod Podge, sorry, after it's completely dry. Um, and then we're going to hot glue his ears on. Now, normally I would have used a stronger glue and wire, but I didn't have the patience for that, so I just glued them on with hot glue. And then I styled his hair. I cut it and, yeah, brushed it out and stuff. And here's the final doll. I took some pictures of him outside in the fall, because, he's fall themed. Anyways, hope you liked the video. Like and subscribe if you want. Bye.